guys, book story The Fourth Agreement. There 1,000 years ago, there was a human just like you and me who lived near a city surrounded by mountains. The human was studying to become a medicine man to learn the knowledge of his ancestors, but he didn't completely agree with everything he was learning in his heart. He felt there must be something more. One day, as he slept in a cave, he dreamed that he saw his own body sleeping. He came out of the cave on the night of a new moon. The sky was clear and cold, and then something happened inside there, transformed his life forever. He looked at and he felt his body and he heard his own voice say, I am made of light, I am made of the stars. He looked at the star again and he realized that it is not the star that creates light, but rather light that creates the star. Everything is made of light, he said, and the space in between isn't empty. And he knew that everything that existed is a living being, and that light is the messenger of life because it is alive and contains all information. Then they realized that also he was made of a star. He was not those stars. I am in between the stars. He saw, so he called the star the town, and the light between the stars the nucleus. And he knew that what created the harmony and space between the two is life on or intent. Without life, the tonal and the negual cold not excite. Life is the force of the absolute, the supreme, the creator who created everything. This is what he discovered. Everything in existence is a manifestation of the unliving being we call good. Everything is cold, and he came to the conclusion that human perception is merely light perceiving light. He also saw that matter is a mirror, everything is a mirror that reflects light and create imagine of that light. And the world of illusion, the dream, is just like a smoke which doesn't allow us to see what we really are. The real us in poor light, he said. This realization changed his life once he knew what he really was. He looked around at other humans and the rest of nature, and he was amazed at what he was saw. He saw himself in everything, in very human, in every animal, in very tree, in the water, in the rain, in the cold, in the earth. And he saw that life mixed to tunnel and the neck wall in the different ways to create billion of manifestation of life. In those few moments, he comprehended everything. He was very excited and his heart was filled with space. He could he could hardly wait to tell his people what he had discovered, but there were no words to explain it. He tried to tell the others, but they could not understand. They could see that he had changed, that something beautiful was radiating from his eyes and his voice. They noticed that no longer had judgment about anything or everyone. He was no longer like anyone else. He could understand everyone well, but no one could understand him. They believed that he was an incarnation of God. And he smiled when he heard this and he said, "It is true, I am God, but you are also God. We are the same, you and I. We are imagine of life. We are God." But still, the people didn't understand him. He had discovered that he was a mirror of the rest of the people, a mirror in which he could see himself. Everyone mirrored. He said he saw himself in everyone. Nobody saw him as themselves, and he realized that everyone was dreaming, but without awareness, without knowing what they really are. They couldn't see him as themselves because there was a wall of fog or smoke between the mirrors, and that wall of fog was made by the interpretation of image of light, the dream of humans. Then he knew that he would soon forget all that he had learned. He wanted to remember all the vision he had had, so he decided to call himself in a smoky mirror so that he would always know that matter is a mirror and the smoke in between what keep us from knowing what we were. He said, "I'm the smoky mirror because I'm looking at myself in all of you." But we don't recognize each other because of the smoke in between us. That is smoke in the dream, and the mirror is you, the dreamer. Domestication and dream of the plant. What you are seeing and hurting right now is nothing but a dream. You are dreaming now, right now. It is moment you are dreaming with the brain awoke. Dream is the main function of the man, and the man dream 24 hours a day. It dream when the brain awoke, and it also dream when the brain is asleep. The difference is that when the brain is awoke, there is a material